Hey, what's up you guys? It's Noah, and today I'm going to talk to you about something that is very important to a lot of you people, because I asked on Instagram. Yep, everyone heard the voice crack, didn't we? I asked on Instagram what you want to see, coming out tips or tips for being non-binary in school. So most of you voted for non-binary in school, so that's what I'm gonna do. And I'll probably make a video about like how to come out as non-binary anyways. Just wanted to see like what is very important to you people right now. So I'm giving you some tips on being non-binary in school. The way I want to do this is first like go through my own experience being non-binary in university actually, and at the end I'll give you some like general tips that are just helpful in general for being trans, FTM, or non-binary in school. More on the trans-masculine side, that's who I am, so that's what I'm going to talk about. So yeah, let's get started. So I came out 2 years ago. You know, I'm with math, like I don't remember shit. So I came out in the last semester of my last year of university. Like it was the last of the last. And how I did that is I came out to a very good friend of mine, and I talked to them and said like, hey, I think I'm trans. And then from there on we just started talking about my feelings and then what I want to do with it. And I thought like, I think I'm actually want to go to the GP to get referred to a gender clinic, etc, etc. So yeah, first what I did is like talking to friends about it and trying out names and pronouns. I did it with like a small group of people, and then it became a bit weird because a lot of people didn't know about me being trans, so they used my old name and old pronouns, and then my close friend group would use my new name and new pronouns. So I was like, I think I'm just gonna come out to everyone right now. So I wrote a Facebook post and came out to everyone, and everyone was super lovely and accepting. I told them to use he, him pronouns or they, them, and they did. Mostly he, him, or they would misgender me, but you know, that's the beginning of, you know, transitioning. So one tip I would give you about using the new pronouns for your friends especially is tell them to correct each other, because that makes the process so much faster. I also emailed my teachers so that they knew what was going on, what name I was using, and my pronouns, and they were all really chill about it, which was cool and very supportive. That was nice. I started using the guys' bathroom, which was cool. Like I went to a very small university, so everyone knew each other, and everyone was like, yeah, everyone knew about me like on my Facebook and everything. So I did that. Also in other public spaces I started using the guys' bathroom, and I would go in with a friend of mine just because I was a bit anxious in the beginning and I didn't know how people would respond to me. One tip I can give you for that is be confident. If you are confident in going into a space like that, people will notice. If you're really like, oh my god, I think they're, you know, gonna see that I'm trans or whatever, they'll start noticing that something is like up with you, so they'll look at you faster and figure it out. You know what I mean? So confidence. And yeah, if you don't feel safe or if you don't feel just comfortable, go with a friend, and it makes it so much easier. At the time I was playing in a football team, in the girls team, and looking back I wouldn't have changed my teams because I was at the end of my university, and like all my friends were in the girls team, and everyone, like almost everyone, was queer. So I was like, yeah, whatever, you know, I'm just gonna do this. It's so much fun anyways. It's different now because now I'm on testosterone, but I'll talk about that in a minute. So for me, I didn't change teams, and I wouldn't have if I had to do it all over again. So now I'm in a new university, and I was actually hoping to go stealth, but yeah, that didn't happen because my teacher kind of outed me in class, which sucked. So yeah, really email your teachers beforehand and tell them that, you know, what your pronouns are and what your name is. Maybe it's not like in the system, but then they'll know and they know what to use in class. So start using the name from the start and not be confused, because yeah, it makes things harder. Yeah, in university I also use the guys' bathroom. Again, confidence, go with a friend. And yeah, I pass now, I think. So yeah, and normally I would just go in and do my shit, do my thing, and get out. Like I don't look at people at all. Yeah, just because I don't want to, I don't know, get into some sort of nasty situation. So yeah, I just do that. Yeah, and now I'm in a guys team for sports, so yeah, that's different. It's a lot of fun. And for changing clothes, I always do that at home. So I come there, I only have to like change shoes and get off my jacket and start playing whatever sports it is. Because, yeah, you know, changing your clothes is shitty. And if I had to, then I would use a bathroom instead of a changing room. So that's another tip for you. And now some general tips. So because I use he, him, and they, them pronouns. Oh my god, is that a mouse? Oh my god, I was so scared for a second. I get so paranoid. And I don't know why I hate them so much, but just because they're like, they can be in any place at any moment, it just freaks me out. If any of you have tips on like how to deal with mice in a big building, comment down below. Because it really sucks. Anyways, back to this fucking video. What I wanted to say is that, so because I use he, him, and they, them pronouns, people tend to use just he, him pronouns because it's easier. So if you only use they, them pronouns, I assume it can be quite hard in the beginning because people don't know. They're like, oh, this is not like correct grammar, whatever. You have to go through all that shit. And especially I think in high school it can be harder. Depending on what school you go to, of course, but yeah. So yeah, that can be very hard. Just same tip actually as before, like really ask your friends to correct other people and yeah, ask your teachers to do the same and that give a good example for, you know, the rest of the class. As far as binding goes, always wear the correct size because don't bind too tight, it's very bad for your ribs. And for sports, use a binder that's one size up so you can breathe normally and do sports without, you know, breaking your ribs or anything. Also, bring a hoodie to school or uni if you are very like uncomfortable and if you get just dysphoria. Sometimes I'm very confident when I change clothes, and then when I'm like out and about and I look down, I'm like, I should have brought a hoodie because I feel shit right now. So yeah, that's another thing I would do. And my last tip is my favorite tip actually, which is if you have just dysphoria, then you know the problem with backpacks. And what I would suggest is buying a backpack with a front strap. So I'm gonna put this one on right now. It's from the kind, I'll link it down below. And the nice thing about this is that it has this strap here, because normally it would be like this and you can really like see that pop out. So that sucks. So this one has a strap on the front. And yeah, I don't know, it kind of like pushes it down. So that's a backpack I should get if I were you, if you're trans and really like have justice for you. I think that's all I wanna talk to you about, I think, yeah. If you have any tips for being non-binary or transmasculine, FTM, leave them down below. We can all learn from each other, I guess, and yeah, maybe I forgot some very important things, so if you have questions still, also, you can ask me or go to my Instagram. I'll link it down below. I also started Tumblr again, so gonna